For centuries, the narrow Isthmus of Panama tempted the world with the promise of a shortcut between the Atlantic and Pacific. Just 50 miles of jungle, mountains and swamps separated the two oceans, a barrier that had defeated kings, explorers and engineers for generations. Before the canal, ships from New York to San Francisco faced a 13,000-mile months-long ordeal around Cape Horn, risking storms and shipwreck. A canal would revolutionize global trade, saving time, money and lives. The Spanish first dreamed of a passage in the 1500s, but the mountains and jungle seemed insurmountable. For centuries, the idea remained a fantasy. The 19th century's steam engines and the California gold rush reignited interest. Thousands of fortune seekers braved Panama's deadly jungles, plagued by malaria and yellow fever, to cross from ocean to ocean. In 1855, the world's first transcontinental railway crossed Panama, but it was only a stopgap. The ultimate goal, a canal, remained out of reach. The isthmus was a strategic bottleneck, its potential obvious, but its challenges daunting. The world waited for someone bold enough to carve a path between the seas. The stage was set for one of history's greatest engineering battles. France was the first to try, inspired by their triumph at Suez. Ferdinand de Lesseps, the hero of Suez, led the charge in 1881, convinced Panama's jungles could be tamed as easily as Egypt's sands. But Panama was a different beast. Mountains, floods, and relentless rain turned construction into a nightmare. The Chagres River's floods and the Culebra Cut's landslides erased months of work overnight. Worst of all, disease ravaged the workforce. Yellow fever and malaria killed thousands. The French didn't understand the cause and their hospitals overflowed. The project became a financial disaster, draining millions with little progress. By 1889, the company was bankrupt and 22,000 workers had died. The abandoned canal was a monument to human ambition and defeat. France's failure was a global cautionary tale. The isthmus remained unconquered, its promise unfulfilled. The world wondered if the path between the seas would ever be won. The dream, for now, was left to rust in the jungle. At the dawn of the 20th century, the United States took up the challenge. President Theodore Roosevelt saw the canal as vital for American power and global trade. After acquiring French rights, the U.S. faced a political hurdle. Panama was part of Colombia, which refused to cooperate. Roosevelt backed Panamanian independence. In 1903, Panama became a nation and granted the U.S. control of the canal zone. Learning from French mistakes, the Americans attacked disease first. Dr. William Gorgas led a massive campaign against mosquitoes, eradicating yellow fever and slashing malaria rates. With disease under control, engineers John Stevens and George Goethals designed a lock-based canal, working with the landscape instead of against it. The massive Gatun Dam created an artificial lake, taming the Chagres River and enabling ships to cross the isthmus. Tens of thousands of workers, many from the Caribbean, labored in brutal conditions to dig, blast, and build. The project was a triumph of engineering and organization. On August 15, 1914, the SS Ancon made the first official transit. The path between the seas was finally opened. The world was forever changed. The canal became a symbol of American ingenuity and determination. It was a new era for global commerce. The impossible had become reality. The Panama Canal's opening in 1914 transformed world trade overnight. Shipping lanes shifted, and the 8,000-mile shortcut made global commerce faster and cheaper. Goods from Asia, the Americas, and Europe flowed more efficiently, lowering costs and connecting distant markets. For the U.S., the canal was both a strategic asset and an economic engine, linking coasts and boosting industry. American farmers and manufacturers gained new access to world markets. The canal cemented the U.S. as a dominant economic power in the Western Hemisphere. Its impact rippled worldwide. Europe, Japan, and Latin America all benefited. The canal became a linchpin of global supply chains, its traffic a barometer of the world economy. Over time, the canal adapted to bigger ships and changing trade patterns. Container ships and oil tankers became the new norm, and the canal evolved to keep pace. Delays in the canal could disrupt supply chains across continents. The waterway was no longer just a shortcut, it was essential to the modern world. The Panama Canal was now the beating heart of global commerce. From the start, U.S. control of the canal zone was a source of tension in Panama. The 1903 treaty gave the U.S. a 10-mile-wide strip in perpetuity, creating a de facto American colony. Panamanians saw this as a blow to their sovereignty and dignity. Decades of protests and rising nationalism fueled demands for change. By the 1970s, global attitudes had shifted, and the U.S. recognized the need for a new approach. In 1977, President Carter and General Torrijos signed treaties for a gradual transfer of control. Panamanians trained to run every aspect of canal operations, preparing for independence. The transition was careful and peaceful, watched by the world. On December 31, 1999, Panama took full control of the canal. The handover was a triumph of diplomacy and national pride. The Panama Canal Authority took over, running the canal with efficiency and professionalism. The canal became a symbol of Panamanian identity and achievement. A new era had begun. By the 21st century, the canal faced a new challenge. Ships had outgrown its original locks. Massive post-Panamax vessels bypassed Panama, threatening its relevance. In 2006, Panamanians voted to expand the canal, launching its largest project since the original construction. New, larger locks were built on both coasts, using innovative water-saving technology. The expansion deepened channels and raised Gatun Lake's level, accommodating the world's biggest ships. The $5 billion project was a feat of modern engineering. In 2016, the expanded canal opened, instantly reshaping global trade routes. Neo-Panamax ships now carried twice the cargo, boosting efficiency and lowering costs. Ports across the Americas upgraded to handle the new giants. The expansion secured Panama's place as a global logistics hub. Increased traffic and higher tolls brought new revenue and development. Environmental challenges remain, especially water management, but the canal's future as a vital artery of commerce is assured. Today, the Panama Canal stands as a symbol of human achievement and global connection. Its locks move ships and cargo that power the world's economy. The canal's efficient operation is critical to international trade, yet climate change threatens its future. Droughts and changing rainfall patterns strain Gatun Lake's water supply. The Canal Authority invests in conservation, reforestation, and water-saving technology to protect this vital resource. The health of the canal is tied to the health of the planet. The story of the canal is one of hope, of overcoming obstacles through ingenuity and cooperation. From Spanish dreamers to French failures, American builders, and Panamanian stewards, the canal's history is a human drama. It is a legacy written in water, connecting oceans and people. As it faces new challenges, the canal remains a testament to our will to connect and build a better future. The Panama Canal is more than a waterway. It's a path of possibility. Its story continues, shaped by those who dare to dream and act. The world still looks to Panama, where two seas meet and history flows on.